follow Jesus as Torah-observant disciples. As God's Mashiach, Jesus does not simply bring a new teaching or insight to Jewish religion. Rather, as the Redeemer of God's people and the King of God's coming kingdom, he comes in power to save a people for God's family and kingdom. So following Jesus Mashiach as your Lord will require you to abandon all other lords, in the same way that Abraham forsook the idols of his ancestors. Your devotion will no longer attach to a popular teacher, a communal practice, or a shared understanding. Rather, the Lord commands your full devotion. So follow Jesus Mashiach as your Lord, experiencing his spiritual life and power as you surrender your own. But how can law-observant Jews follow Jesus as their Mashiach? The Gospel of Matthew shows you how the first Jewish Torah-observant disciples walked with Jesus Mashiach to live in God's heavenly family and grow in his kingdom. Like a man finding great treasure, see Jesus Mashiach and his kingdom as a glorious treasure worth the investment of your life. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in a field, which a man found and covered up. Then in his joy, he goes and sells all that he has and buys that field. In the Gospel of Matthew, you will learn how you might walk with Jesus Mashiach to be perfected as Jews in God's family and kingdom. Hosea reminds you that God is seeking sons of the living God who will look only to Mashiach, the righteous branch and Lord, to be their righteousness. To let the spiritual power of Mashiach transform your earthly lives as Jews into the spiritual reality of his kingdom.